I'm Deb, the Road Debutante, and recently I've had a lot of friends who've had to leave the bigger cities, major cities, for smaller towns and suburban areas. I'm calling them urban refugees. Urban refugees are having trouble adjusting to their surroundings, which is where I come in. I've lived in big cities and the small towns, red states and the blue states, and I shop at Anthropology, so I'm here to answer all their questions. You have a question for me?
Since I've been back home, I tried starting my own dog walking business to make money, but I haven't gotten a single client. I put out flyers, passed out business cards, and even signed up for WAG. Nothing. What am I doing wrong? Sincerely, Poor in Peoria.
Poor. I'm sorry you're investing all that time and aren't seeing results. Some dogs don't even live inside. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Dogs do go poop outside, but they don't pay anybody to pick up that poop. And also no on house sitting. Like when people go out of town, they just lock up and leave. They might pay a neighbor kid to come over and feed the cat, but they don't move in. You need to make money fast? How do you feel about warehouses? Can you drive a forklift?
Dear Road Debutante, I moved back to my hometown from Brooklyn. I don't have a car, and honestly, I don't think I remember how to drive. I've tried walking places, but creeps keep offering me rides. How am I supposed to get around here? Sincerely, Idle and Idle.
Dear Idle, I feel your pain. Public transit is one of the big things that city folk take for granted. When you ask for the subway, they send you to get a foot long. There's no metro or buses, bird scooter, trolleys, rickshaws, or pedal taverns, and an Uber to the grocery store is like a lot. So you're gonna need some wheels. But don't worry, driving is like riding a bike. Oh, you should ride a bike. So my advice is to make friends with somebody who can drive you around. But don't tell them you're from New York City. Just tell them you have a DUI, trust me on that.
Dear Road Debutante, I just moved back to my hometown 2 weeks ago, and my neighbors have a Trump 2020 sign in their front yard. I am scared to go outside. What if they have weapons? Sign, stranded in Savannah.
Dear Stranded, yeah, they have weapons. Everybody does. But I bet if you ask, they'll show them to you. Go say hi. They'll actually get a kick out of meeting a real liberal elite. It's a story they'll tell their friends for years to come. Now sit down, take a deep breath. Republicans are people too. It's okay to go outside. Just don't do anything like make really intense eye contact that'll make somebody have to stand their ground. But if it really bothers you, just pretend like it's part of the spooky Halloween decorations.
Dear Road Debutante, I went out to eat for the first time in months and the service was great. The waiter didn't mention the commercials they were in, and they apologized for something that wasn't their fault. Is this a new identity theft scam? Sincerely, Hungry in Kansas.
Dear Hangry, all across America, the service industry is a real job and not just something to do to meet producers and pay your rent until you land that sweet, sweet gig and everybody else can kiss you. I bet they weren't even making fun of you in the back. Those compliments were sincere. Enjoy the warmth of real customer service and don't forget to leave a generous tip. They're using that money for things like their kids' braces, not studio time and new headshots. Nothing wrong with either of those. But if you did have bad service, it's because you're an asshole.
Dear Road Debutante, what's with all the lawnmowers? It's like everyone has their own landscaping company. Don't they realize they're taking jobs away from immigrants?
Dear Flustered, a lot of people enjoy taking care of their own lawns. It's one of the perks of home ownership. It's kind of like when you're your own landlord, because you own your house. It's a real thing. Look it up. Gardening is a great way to get exercise right now, especially with a lot of gyms closed. You don't need Equinox, you just need a rake. You can meditate while pulling weeds, just like you were at a yoga retreat in Joshua Tree. But whatever you do, don't insult a man's lawnmower. It's a means of expression. It's an extension of his soul. You can actually tell a lot about a man by the kind and condition of his lawnmower. If it's a beat-up push mower that won't start after you prime it over and over again, don't waste your time. One is like a Cub Cadet V-twin zero-turn riding lawnmower. That man pays attention to details and gets the job done.